The reunion is finally over. And of course, you know, your girl has to get into all the things about mental health that came up last night. So let's get into it. Now, if you're new here, make sure you like, subscribe, do all the do's, okay? Now, looking at this episode, these are probably the best 3 episodes this season, okay? Where was all this during all these months of filming, all of the stuff that came up? And I think a lot of people thought Gordon was going to talk about the DNA test. Was he dying of something? Was it something salacious? No, okay? And we don't talk enough about how it is to be a partner of someone living with a mental health illness, whether that's depression, anxiety, now bipolar disorder, postpartum depression. What about the partners? And in this case, Mia, I don't know if she's a great example of what it's like to live with a partner who has bipolar disorder, because as much as they were truthful last night during the episode, there was still a lot left out. And some people might find this is finally a way for them to have a storyline, things like that. So I don't know if I was on the boat of, oh, Mia, you're doing something amazing. I applaud you. You're going to take care of Gordon for the rest of his life. I don't know if I'm in that boat either, okay? I do think it is hard to have a partner living with a mental health illness. We don't talk enough about the people who have to continue, I don't want to say have to, but the people who are trying to make a relationship work with someone with the mental illness. And bipolar disorder is very common. There's bipolar 1, there's bipolar 2. Both of them have episodes of mania, hypomania, things like that. Now with bipolar disorder, a lot of people shake it off as you must have mood swings, you're moody. Some people might be labeled as crazy, but it's something deeper going on. With bipolar disorder, you have episodes of feeling very high. Your mood is like, you feel like you are Superman on top of the world, Superwoman, very euphoric, in a good mood, and then suddenly that comes crashing down. And it's the exact opposite effect. And partners sometimes have to feel like they're walking on eggshells, not knowing what version of their partner that they're really going to get. That also includes episodes of excessive spending, different things related to promiscuity. You just never know who you're going to get. And to be in a relationship, I've had clients where they've been in relationships with people trying to cope with someone who has some type of mental illness. A lot of the times it's depression, but bipolar disorder is very common. We just don't talk about it enough because I think that it gets labeled, like I said, as mood swings, and people focus so much more on depression, anxiety, but there's a lot of other disorders that people, their partners are living with that we need to talk about from the perspective of a partner. And how hard it is to love someone and go through these different ups and downs, okay? And I'm sure people can recognize in their own relationships, oh, I wonder if it really is something more there. Is it depression? Is it bipolar disorder? Could it be schizophrenia? Now, schizophrenia to me is something more likely that you're gonna be able to see, like, okay, there's something there more than just a mood swing, because there's a lot of paranoid delusions, things like that, where you have to really be medicated in order to keep that in check. The same thing with bipolar disorder. I have a lot of clients who are living with bipolar disorder but don't believe in medication, so they don't take it. They're trying to combat the mood swings, the episodes of feeling like you are on top of the world. There are times where you, sometimes with bipolar disorder, you feel like you are on 0 hours of sleep, but still feel like you can take on the world. You start projects you never finish. You get involved in different type of relationships during a manic episode. And I think the more someone is around you, the more they'll start to probably pay attention to, oh, it sounds like you're going through a manic episode, a hypomanic episode. Now, of course, put a lot of those definitions on the screen so you guys can help yourselves become educated. But yeah, do I think Gordon is at a place where he needs to be taken care of for the rest of his life? No, I don't. A lot of people are living with bipolar disorder and they take medication, they do natural or herbal remedies, things like that. I don't think he's in a place particularly where you need to be taken care of the rest of your life. There are people who need to be on medication though for the rest of their lives to help tame the mood swings, the mania, the hypomania, the different things that happen internally that Unfortunately, if you are not around people who are educated about mental illness or don't understand, it really can hurt your relationships. Now, that was the biggest piece for me from this whole reunion as a therapist. I thought it was also interesting how people were so focused on the dynamics between Wendy and this like Nigerian word that nobody wanted to talk about. And it was also interesting to see Andy get uncomfortable through different parts of the reunion. But I mainly want to focus on bipolar disorder and how that affects people, because we don't talk about it enough in mental health. I do feel like a lot of the women who are on some of these housewife shows do have mental health illnesses that are undiagnosed. I think some of them have some access to cluster B, narcissism, some borderline traits, borderline personality disorder, some histrionic personality disorder. I think we see a lot of that on these reality shows, and those are the cast of characters who get the most attention, because people oftentimes with personality disorders and I think undiagnosed mental health disorders really do get the most attention, because a lot of those episodes come with, in the eyes of a camera, entertainment production, drama, extraness, but what's going on deeper. And to me, some of these production companies take advantage of the people who have mental illness because they're the most unstable, and they're going to give you the most rah, attention grabbing. And then you add alcohol to that and cameras for the wrong person. That just is an explosion. And some of your most popular shows have people who have different mental illnesses. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think they should focus more on assessing mental health on some of these shows? Bravo. Because Bravo has been under a lot of scrutiny with some of these people. But let me know your thoughts. Of course, your girl can get into it, but let me know. What do you think? And I will see you in the next video. Bye.